Good stuff. I'm very happy to see some people tucking into some drinks, despite Paddy Gower's best efforts at ruining getting on the piss. Hey, dude, first he ruined meth. Touched the shit since. I cut my drinking back because I figured out the hard way. The worst place you can go to with a hangover is a retirement village, yeah? Worst place. They're way too sprightly, you know? At least if I was visiting a rest home, they're kind of confined to their rooms and you could just do that thing we all do when you go to the hospital and you just beeline down the hallway, but you can't help but like get a little look in at the other rooms. You're like, oh my God, you know? Someone's like, oh, fuck that, you know? I'm gonna get to my room. But retirement villages, they move too much. They're too mobile, old people in retirement villages. They're more like free-range geriatrics. And that's what I was worried about. As soon as we pulled into the parking lot, I thought that they would see these and be like, oh, fresh airs, I'm gonna tell him a yarn. You know, sure enough, I reckon I got 2 steps out of the car. One of them's like, my grandson's got a hat like that. And I was like, no, he doesn't! Couple more close in. I'm like, shit, where's the packet of Werther's Originals when you need them? Start going, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. They'll be like, oh, toffee, thank you. Get to my grandparents' unit, right, with not too much fuss. Knock on the door. Now, my grandparents, they've known me since I was born, okay? That's how time works. And I swear they knew I was hungover because I barely sat down and Granddad comes up to me with a plate and he just goes, would you like some shortbread? And I just started going, you know, just trying to find any moisture in my mouth. But I'm a polite grandson, so I have a slice of this desert biscuit. And now I'm gumming even harder than Granddad. And he just took his teeth out. He was like, you watched the game of rugby last night, Paul? I was like, yeah, it was a good game, Granddad. Then there was a knock at the door, and I opened the door, and standing there is a big free-range Jerry, right? He's busted, he's got loose. He's got through the chicken wire or something. And he looks a little panicked, but then in the calmest voice I've ever heard somebody say some shit like this, he goes, Graham, it's my granddad's name, he goes, Graham, come quick. Richard's down the gully. I think he might be dead. I was like, that was so casual. It's like he was telling us that somebody left their headlights on. But no, it was true, and before I even could realise what was happening, me, Granddad and Messenger Jerry are beelining to the gully like a sad version of Stand By Me. And I'm thinking we're taking so long to get there, by the time we get there, he's gonna go from a maybe to a definitely. We get to the gully, there's about 30 free range gathered around, right? This is exciting shit. And one of them's on the phone, she's like, somebody needs to go down there and check his pulse. And I was like, later, Granddad. But no, I was the most able-bodied by like 50 years and he volunteered me, so I was like, no. I remember getting to the edge of the gully and it wasn't crazy deep. It was about 3 meters deep and I instantly saw Richard. And I know this is grim, you know, like I've been to a couple of like open caskets, but this was my first freshie. And I was like, Granddad, I don't need to go down there. And he was like, get the fuck down there. I was like, Granddad, put it this way, if this is Blue's Clues, I've just found my first very blue clue. He was cooked. Then the lady on the phone, you know, she starts having another go, like, hurry up and check his pulse, the ambulance needs to know how fast to drive. And I was just like, tell him to cruise. And I'm down there, I'm hungover, finally I can see that the red and blue lights are flashing on the top of the building that was at the top of the gully. I'm like, right, I can get out of here. And as I start making my way back up, the only person who's stayed behind, all the other free range were pissed off. There's just the lady on the phone and she's standing there with a look on her face. She knows she wants to say something to me. So I was like, bugger it, I'll let her say it. I get to the top of the hill. She walks right up to me and she's like, you could have got down there a lot quicker. There was a man's life at risk. And I was like, look, honestly, the professionals are here. Can we just let them handle it? And they handled it. They revived him. I know. And I know you guys come to comedy shows and you leave here and you're like, how much of that shit tonight did we hear was actually true? And I can tell you that entire story is completely true. Except for that last part. Richard is dead as fuck. I've been Paul Douglas. Have a good rest of your night.